This has to be one of the worst surfaces I have seen in a very, very long time. Hey guys, so we're at Honda in Peterborough. So along here, we've got a set of 4 parking bays going to be installed in MMA. So we're going to restring it. The concrete is pretty poor. For example, this is where one of the lines has to go back in. So it really isn't great quality, but you know, that's the surface we're given. So this is cross hatching that's going to go in from the bins. That's going to run all the way from the corner up to the building, up to where the door is. And then there's a larger area of hatching that's going to be extended from here. Yellow lines are going to run all the way across here. Parking bays to go this side, parking bays to go this side. We've got a custom logo that's going to go down back onto this side. They've asked us to do some lines going toward the bins. This is the surface. As you can see, it's really not suited, but that's unfortunately what we're going to do with it. I think these will be pretty quick to bang in all fairness. What's that? No, Lee. No, I can't. All right, let's get some cardboard out. So this is what we're going to use to spray and check our lines are straight. I'm going to do the next ones just ever so slightly wider, so I'm just going to recheck that that's still centered. All right, so we are now an hour in. As you can see, hopefully you guys can see, it is 7 o'clock. We've so far got all the parking bays done, the main drive-through around here done. This is where the zebra crossing is going to go. This is going to be cross-hatched for the time being. Obviously, we're going to wait for it to dry. So we've glass beaded it all. That's what the sort of white halo-y effect you can see is. All the parking bays are in as well. The main drive-through comes up to here. Parking bays are all in on this side as well. But this, you know, for a place that looks pretty good, sorry about the siren, this has to be one of the worst surfaces I have seen in a very, very long time, simply because it is literally all over the place. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, as the machine goes over the surfaces like this, you can see the surfaces all over the shop. It pushes my line out and it makes it look like my line marking's really bad when actually it's the surface. It is so incredibly rough. I mean, the surface is so bad it won't last that long anyway. But let me show you what it's like trying to push a machine like this up a hill. But you see how much the spray tip, I don't know if you guys can see the spray tip on the very front end. That's what we're watching for, because as that moves up and down from the ground, the line gets wider and narrower. So if I press here, up the hill, and you can see we're, bam, into a dip. Another one, back wheels in, front wheels to another one, all the way up. And I am literally pushing this thing up a hill. And that's why sometimes on lines like this, it can look a little shit. I hate it, but we can fix it. So we'll bring this one in as well. Line her up. Now if we line it up here, what you can see is when the machine's turned, it's gone further out that way. Lee, we're just about out of beads.
Okay.
I think you need to go get some beads if you can. Yeah. Part might be a little weird because I'm going to do a behind the scenes. You see, I've got my phone up with the YouTube app open, and essentially I'm going to film it on YouTube so that we can do a YouTube short, but I'm also going to film it for you guys at the same time. So let me set this camera down. I'm going to film it and you can see what it looks like when we're filming and how that sort of works as well. So let me just drop the camera down in this little planter right here. So Lee's just topping up the paint over here. And behind me, I've just set up another camera, right? So I'm filming for one of our episodes. So what I've done is I've set the little camera on here and I'm gonna film the logo getting sprayed in. And hopefully you guys can hear it okay, but I'm gonna film that so you'll see it behind the scenes. Let's spray it in, I'll show you what it's like. So for this one, we've just centered it off in the bay. And all we're gonna do is try and get it in a nice, smooth stroke straight over the top. Nice, we'll go back. I always find with MMA, you don't want to actually go too thick because it just doesn't cure properly. So what we'll do now, this is where we'll actually glass bead it, and then we can peel this up and we can do like a nice peel and reveal. All right, and that is pretty much it. So this is now gonna dry. Let me pop this down and I will show you guys what it looks like. Pretty amazing, I think. So this has got the glass bead on top. I'm probably just gonna put a little bit more on it, really cake it in that glass bead. That'll then cure in about 10, 15 minutes. And then it's all ready to blow off and it's done. So we've been here 3 hours at this point. Although we did stop for pizza. That thing's still going off as well. That hasn't stopped all day or all evening. All right, let's get this done so we can go home because like I say, it's 9 o'clock. It's an hour's drive home and give it a rest. Go on, Lee. Zebra crossings all in. Driveway and parking bays, you guys saw that earlier on, that's all good. A little bit of extra hatching over here, nice little curve on this corner. Again, just a bit of glass bead to blow off on that one. Same along here, nice little curve. Walking man comes to the front entrance. Looking pretty cool. A little bit of hatching, ends over there. We've got a few parking bays. Like I said, you guys have already seen all of that. And that is Honda and Kawasaki and MV Agusta and every other brand, all complete here in Peterborough. So if you guys ever come over to Wheels Honda, come to the Riders Cafe, anything like that, these are the lines that you're going to be parking on. Now, as always, the customers always ask for an extra. Everybody does on every single job. They want some extras, they want it for free. No different here. And the guy said, well, you know, you let me down the first time, or the first 2 times we had the job booked in. Unfortunately, it rained, so we had to postpone the job. And obviously we have lots and lots of bookings, so it's really hard to get back in at short notice. Our lead time is 2 months at the minute, so it's kind of tough, but we managed to get back in within 2 weeks. So I'm happy about that. But he did ask me for the extra I mentioned on here. I'm actually not going to put it in because I'm really concerned. The surface is such a poor state that there's like, why, you know, nothing is going to last more than 30 seconds on this. I struggle doing extras for free because I feel that the work we do is exceptionally good. And I wouldn't go to my customers and ask for them to just drop their prices for no reason. And shut up. I feel that if you're going to drop your prices or if you're going to do something for free, I expect an exchange. You see, this isn't out of the goodness of my heart at the end of the day. And you know, it's true when it comes to like charitable donations or charitable contributions. We get asked of people if we want to sponsor a charity event or give some money to charity. My answer is no. And it's not because I don't care or I don't want to, but business comes first. And so the business doesn't give to charity. If I want to give to charity and I want to make a donation, that's different. But the business has to survive first. And once it's done that, I can personally make a charitable contribution or something like that. But when people just ask me to lower my prices for no reason, ask me to do freebies just for the sake of it, I don't do it. And I don't think anyone else should either. Are we happy? So we have got parking bays, more parking bays, driveway, zebra crossing, more walkways, all good. Parking bays this side, Honda signs in, big hatched area, L shape. I think we're good.
Thank you for the pizza.
Yeah. Oh shit, I hope these lines are super dry. They will be, they'll be dry. Ah! Well, I think that's pretty much it for today. I have got a job on tomorrow with Gary, and Gary and I are doing a golf club and a job for a council in Cannock. County Council. Anyway, look forward to sharing that one with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a nice, easy day. I'm in the thermo lorry for that one. But yeah, looking forward to getting home, getting to bed. I will see you all in the next one.